Hey, it's me, Benny B, Collection of SaGa, Final Fantasy Legends, 5 minutes review. Start the timer. Collection of SaGa, Final Fantasy Legend. All 3 Game Boy games in one spot. Right off the bat, you're going to see a message saying that some things have been changed to meet evolving cultural and social norms. I don't know exactly what that's in reference to. I don't remember anything like that. But you can also see here, when you get to choose the games, you can switch around the box art to the Japanese box art. I think that's a neat feature. And you have some options you can play around with, such as screen settings. You can make it a vertical screen, and I don't know when you would do that, or at least not on the Switch. But hey, it's there if you want it. You can play it like a book. And then you can mess with the volume settings and whatnot for music and sound and change the levels. That's always useful to have. And once you pop into the gameplay, for example, here's Final Fantasy Legend 1, you can see some things are a little bit... It'll hit you with nostalgia, absolutely, but the gameplay itself is fairly dated. This game came out when I was born, believe it or not, or 1989. Here you see me trying to get past the naming screen, and I couldn't figure out which buttons did it. That was a pleasure. Start and select are not plus and minus, they are Y and X. And then here you have the wallpaper. You can change the wallpaper into some fun ones. This red one was a little off-putting for me, but I think, yeah, this one was my favorite one, the pixelated one. Look at all those colors, all those characters. So as you can see, you have these buttons on the left and right, and they don't depress. They don't show any sort of button pressing as you push the buttons on the controller. So it's almost like, why are they there? It's kind of like they're just there to take up screen real estate and don't offer very much. The music in these games, while it's not modern, is still incredibly catchy. And if you are a fan of this series, if you were a fan of these games, played them in your childhood, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. I remember playing my Game Boy in those long car rides that I never wanted to go on, but my parents made me. And now here we are, face to face with the same nemesis that we had before. I don't know if you guys ever played Final Fantasy Legend 2. I hadn't, but when this guy just jumped out a window, it really pulled me into the game. Let me tell you what. I'll tell you what. I will say, while these buttons on either side of the gameplay are fairly annoying, you can hide them, you can make them smaller, you can manipulate them, but it's just weird to me that they even put them in, because they don't do anything, they just sit there. It is pretty cool though that this game came out as for the 30th anniversary of SaGa. I still very much enjoy the SaGa series. Romantic Saga 2 and 3 were some of my favorites. But for it to have started here, it's cool to play the Origins, and for me to replay Final Fantasy Legend 3 was a very fun experience. I really enjoy that game. It is obviously the most modern of the 3. It came out the latest. And you'll see the most quality of life changes that you're probably familiar with in most RPGs these days. Now the question is, for $20, could I recommend this game? This game is not for everyone. That's straight up. I mean, these are Game Boy games that we're playing. It's a port of Game Boy games. If you are a fan of the old games, you played the old games, you love them, or you really enjoy the SaGa series and want to see the Origins, then yeah, check this game out. It's worth it. If you are a newcomer to SaGa or just wanted to play something new, I don't really recommend this one. These are some niche. This is for a niche fan base, not for everyone. I can't really rate it. Each game, I mean, it is what it is. It came out. Legend 3 came out 27 years ago in North America. Legend 1 came out 31 years ago. The gameplay, it is what it is. It's aged. It's aged. But that's about all I got. So I recommend it if you're a fan of the old series, if you've played it in your past. But if you haven't, I don't think it's worth your $20. That's all I got. Have a good day.